Very good morning, children. In the last class, we had already started lesson 2 from your supplementary reader, that is The Thief's Story by Ruskin Bond. So, let's recall what we learned in the last class. Here, we learned that the narrator, who was a thief, his name was Hari Singh, and when he met Anil, he was only 15 years old. That time Anil had been watching a wrestling match, and Anil was about 25 years old, lean and tall boy, and he looked very kind and simple even. The narrator soon made Anil his friend, and even he lied his name. He used to do it and change his name every month just to avoid the police and his former employers. Now, after that, Anil walked away from there, but the narrator followed him with a smile because he wanted to work for him. Even Anil replied him that he couldn't pay him for his work. But Hari Singh asked him whether he could feed him. So Anil said if he could cook, then definitely he could feed him. But here again the narrator lied that he could cook. So Anil took him to his room and even asked him to use the balcony for sleeping. And the narrator, he cooked the food, but they couldn't eat it because it was tasteless. And he asked Hari Singh to go away from his home. But Hari Singh again gave a smile, and he just pleaded again that he wants to stay there and work. So Anil agreed there, and he told him that he would teach him how to cook. So the narrator made the tea in the morning, and even he started buying the day's supplies, means whatever things were required in the kitchen he used to purchase that, and he would make a profit of about ₹1 in a day. And even Anil, he knew that Hari Singh was making money that way, he was earning the profit, but he never spoke about it. And even Anil, he was not having his regular income. He was just a writer. He used to write sometimes and sold a book to the publisher and get the money. Irregular income he had, but whenever he received the money, he used to celebrate. So this time the narrator had been working for Anil for almost a month now, and Anil had given him even the key to the door so that this Hari Singh, he could come and go as he liked. So the narrator, that is Hari Singh, who just came to rob Anil, he came to steal, he was a thief. He found it difficult to rob Anil because he was careless. Still he decided to steal money, and one day he saw that Anil brought a bundle of money notes and he kept it under his mattress. So let's see what happens next in the story. As you can see, children, we had completed till here under the mattress. Now again join me and try to understand the lesson. I had been working for Anil for almost a month, and apart from cheating on the shopping, had not done anything in my line of work. I had every opportunity for doing so. Anil had given me a key to the door, and I could come and go as I pleased. He was the most trusting person I had ever met. As I had included these lines even here, we come to know that now Hari Singh, he was working for Anil from last 1 month. And apart from cheating on the shopping, so continuously he was going on cheating Anil by doing the shopping and earning a profit out of it, and nothing else he had done in that type of work. And what he says that he had every chance for doing all such things of cheating and stealing from Anil. Okay, even Anil trusted him such a lot that he had even given the key to the door so that he could easily access, okay, whenever he want to come and go from his house. So according to Hari Singh, Anil was the most trustworthy person he had ever met till now, and that is why it was so difficult to rob him. It's easy to rob a greedy man because he can afford to be robbed, but it's difficult to rob a careless man. Sometimes he doesn't even notice he has been robbed, and that takes all the pleasure out of the work. So what Hari Singh comments over here, that it was very easy for him to rob Anil. Okay, it was very easy, but he says it was difficult to rob him. Why? Because here he mentions that it is very easy to rob a greedy person. Why? A greedy person will always look after his money, he will try to hide it, and it won't be easily accessible by others. But here Anil, okay, he was such a careless person. He never bothered about that Hari Singh was continuously cheating him and making the profits out of his money. He never bothered. Okay, he was such a careless person. So Hari Singh, he tells that it's very easy to rob a greedy man, okay, because he can afford to be robbed. The greedy man means will always be after his money and all his belongings, so he can be afford to be robbed. But to rob a careless man who never bothers about his belongings and things, because he never notices that he has been robbed, okay, so, and that takes all the pleasure out of the work, so he doesn't feel that much happiness in his work of stealing to rob a careless person. Well, it's time I did some real work. I told myself I am out of practice, and if I don't take the money, he will only waste it on his friends. After all, he doesn't even pay me. So now what Hari Singh decided over here? The narrator, the thief who came with the intention of stealing or robbing Anil, isn't it? So he now thought that it's the real time to do his work, he told himself. Now he thinks that if he don't take the money, he saw the bundle of notes that Anil kept under his mattress that night, okay, so he thought that if he won't take away the money, then obviously Anil is going to spend just to celebrate with his friends and all the money, and even he was not even paid, okay, for the work which he is offering to Anil. So he thought better, instead of being paid, let him take away or steal away the money from there. Anil was asleep. A beam of moonlight stepped over the balcony and fell on the bed. I sat up on the floor, considering the situation. If I took the money, I could catch the 10:30 express to Lucknow. Slipping out of the blanket, I crept up to the bed. Anil was sleeping peacefully. His face was clear and unlined. Even I had more marks on my face, though mine were mostly scars. Now, when this fellow Hari Singh, he decided to steal the notes from under the mattress, that time Anil was quite asleep, okay, he was sleeping, and a ray of moonlight during the night time, the moonlight rays, it stepped over, okay, it was falling over the balcony and it was falling over the bed. Even the rays were directly falling over the bed and in the balcony. That time this boy Hari Singh, he sat up on the floor and seeing all the situations that time, okay, while considering all the situations, what he thought, that what idea he got, that if he will take away the money this time, he could catch the train, express train that will take him directly to Lucknow at 10:30 at night. 10:30 he could catch the train and he may run away to Lucknow. Slipping out of the blanket means he just slipped out, came out of his blanket, and uh, he crept up to the bed. Crept up means went slowly to Anil's bed, where Anil was sleeping very peacefully. Okay, very calmly, without any movement he was sleeping, and his face was very clear and unlined, means there was no tension or nothing seen on Anil's face, though he was having a bundle of notes under his head. Okay, and even I had more marks on my face. So what Hari Singh is saying, see, person is going to do the wrong thing here. He was going to steal the money, okay, amount. So he says that he had more marks on his face, okay, and though mine were mostly scars means the marks of some wounds. So though he had already the marks of wounds on his face, still he says that he had more marks, means he was much more worried, okay, though he had decided to steal Anil, and Anil, who had the amount, a good huge amount, which was kept under the mattress, but that fellow was lying very calmly and peacefully without any tension on his bed. Next para. My hand slid under the mattress, searching for the notes. When I found them, I drew them out without a sound. Anil sighed in his sleep and turned on his side towards me. I was startled and quickly crawled out of the room. Now what he did? My means Hari Singh, the thief, his hand slid. He put his hand slowly under the mattress and he was searching the notes. Okay. And when he found the bundle of notes, what he did? He drew out his hands without making a sound. Obviously, children, you understand, this was the work which was done during the night hours, that also the stealing work. Okay, so obviously the thieves, they do their work without making the sound. Okay, the same way he was performing his work here. And Anil sighed. He took little deep breath in his sleep and just he turned on his side. Anil, he just turned on his side, taking deep breath towards Hari Singh. Towards whom he turned now? Towards Hari Singh. Okay. Seeing him turning, he was startled. Startled means he was surprised that whether this fellow is going to wake up or what. And he quickly crawled out of the room. Crawled out means he moved slowly, okay, with body very close to the ground. In that way he moved out of the room. Next, when I was on the road, I began to run. I had the notes at my waist, held there by the string of my pyjamas. I slowed down to a walk and counted the notes. 600 rupees in 50s. I could live like an oil-rich Arab for a week or two. So here, what happened now? Hari Singh, he was successful in stealing the amount of Anil which was kept under his mattress, and now the fellow, he ran out of the house and he reached on the road. And what was his plan? To catch the express train to Lucknow at 10:30. Okay, so when he started running on the road, where he had kept the notes, that time he had the notes at his waist. Okay, and it was held there by the string of his pyjamas. He was wearing the pajama, okay, one of the lower type worn by men, and in that one string was there to tie that pajama. Okay, that is the cord. So in that, on the waist, that money was kept safely. I slowed down to a walk. After running, then he just slowed down on his running. He came to walking, and while walking he started counting the notes. Okay, so how much he found? It was 600 rupees in 50s. 50 rupees denomination note were there, and total amount was 600 rupees, and he was so happy that he could live like an oil rich Arabs. You can just guess, children, the value of that money of 600 rupees in that time. He thinks that he could, for a week or even 2 week, he could enjoy living like a oil rich Arab, a very rich Arab person. Arab country is very rich for what? Because there we found the oil resources. So here he was just thinking to spend his very lavish life now for even at least 1 or 2 weeks out of 600 rupees. Next, when I reached the station, I did not stop at the ticket office. I had never bought a ticket in my life, but dashed straight to the platform. The Lucknow Express was just moving out. The train had still to pick up speed, and I should have been able to jump into one of the carriages. But I hesitated for some reason I can't explain, and I lost the chance to get away. Now, what happens next? The fellow was very happy, and even he dreamt to live his life, okay, in a very lavish way, spending the money. But now when he reached the station, he didn't bother to stop at ticket counter. Even he didn't want to purchase. Why? He gives the reason that in his whole life he had never purchased a ticket. Okay, means just he was using the train for his traveling purpose. But dashed straight to the platform means he went speedily straight to the platform. Now here the Lucknow Express was just moving out. Okay, it had just started moving now, and it hadn't picked up the speed. Just it had started to move, and he says that he should have been able to catch the train by jumping into any one of the carriages or the compartments of the train over there. Carriages means the compartments here. Okay, so the speed was not increased yet, so he could have easily jumped in any of the compartments. Okay, and he could have catched the train, but he hesitated there. Okay, he just stopped there thinking for a while for some reason which he can't explain, and here he lost his chance to get away, to run away from that place. Next para. When the train had gone, I found myself standing alone on the deserted platform. I had no idea where to spend the night. I had no friends, believing that friends were more trouble than help. And I did not want to make anyone curious by staying at one of the small hotels near the station. The only person I knew really well was the man I had robbed. Leaving the station, I walked slowly through the bazaar. Now, he just lost the chance, okay, to catch the train because something struck to his mind. So let's know what happened. So now the train had gone, and the person, he found himself standing alone on that deserted means alone platform where there was no one now. Okay, all the passengers had gone here or there. Now he was not getting even idea that where he should spend that night now. Okay, so as he says, he had no friends even. Why? The reason is that he thinks that, believing that friends were more trouble than help, he thinks that the friends, they will only give him any trouble instead of helping him that time. So he was not having rely on his friends, and even because of this reason he had no friends. And by staying at hotel, even he didn't want to book any hotel near the station. Okay, why? Because obviously children, at that night time, okay, so he don't want to stay in the hotels to make people curious to know that why this person wants during the night time, means he will be a doubtful one. Okay, anytime if any inquiry will be done regarding this theft work, so the question arises that why he wanted to book a hotel during the night time. So he never wanted to make anyone curious, okay, eager, by staying there near the hotel. So the only person he really knew well that time, okay, was the person whom he had robbed, okay, from whom he had stolen and ran away. He was Anil. So leaving the station, now he had left that station and he walked slowly through the bazaar. There was bazaar, the market in between. He was moving through the market area and he was remembering again that only one person, okay, whom he can trust and to whom he may go back. Next, in my short career as a thief, I had made a study of men's faces when they had lost their goods. The greedy man showed fear, the rich man showed anger, the poor man showed acceptance. But I knew that Anil's face, when he discovered the theft, would show only a touch of sadness, not for the loss of money, but for the loss of trust. Now, what happens? What he thinks about now? See, a thief, okay, what comes to his mind now? In his short career, he was only 15 years old, as we came to know, isn't it? As a thief, what he had studied many faces whom he had robbed, okay, how the people behave after they are getting robbed, or when they had lost their goods or any of their belongings, that how their face appears. He had studied it. So what he had experienced in his life, the greedy man, those who are very greedy person, okay, just running after the money and things, they are very fearful. They get more fearful whether they will receive their things back or not, and many anxieties they have, okay. And the rich man showed anger. Those who were very rich and those who are stolen, those who are robbed, what they show their anger. They are very angry, okay, when they get robbed. But the poor man, they showed acceptance always. But those who were poor, though if they were robbed, though their goods were taken away, still they only accepted that, yeah, that nothing could be done and it was only their fortune that they are robbed. But what about this exceptional case of Anil? When he talks, he says that Anil, when he thinks of the Anil's face, okay, that he thinks when he will find out, when he will discover, he will come to know that he was being robbed, okay, so he would only have little sadness on his face. Neither he will be fearful, neither angry, nor he will accept, but he will be little sad on knowing the fact that he was being robbed. That also not for the loss of money, but this fellow, he will never give importance to money, that he has lost the money, but he will be sad for the loss of trust. See, a very important line, children. Anil, he would be sad, according to Hari Singh, not for the loss of money but for the loss of trust, because he blindly trusted Hari Singh. We came to know that even he had handed over the key of his home so that he could access any time, any way he wanted, okay. And even he knew how the person was making profit out of the money which he used to give for the home supplies and all, but still he never spoke a word. Even he started teaching him to make him an educated person. Means here it's very important to note that when a person's trust is broken, then how he feels, okay. Now, next paragraph. I found myself in the Maidan and sat down on a bench. The night was chilly, it was early November, and a light drizzle added to my discomfort. Soon it was raining quite heavily. My shirt and pyjamas stuck to my skin, and a cold wind blew the rain across my face. Now, where did Hari Singh find himself? He was in the Maidan, okay, a very big ground, and he was sitting on a bench there. The night was chilly. Chilly means very cold night it was, because it was the month of early November, and a light drizzle. Drizzle means a light shower of rain, not heavy rain but a light shower, okay. It is drizzle. It was drizzling outside, and he was feeling quite discomfort because of that drizzle. It was very cold, and above that it was drizzling, and soon it started raining heavily. After that it started raining heavily. So what happened, all his clothes, his shirt, his pajamas got very wet, and it got stuck to his skin. That you can also imagine, children, whenever you get wet fully, okay, then what happens, the clothes, they get stuck to our body, okay. So it couldn't be easily removed then. So it also got stuck to his skin, and a cold wind blew the rain across the face, and he was just facing the rain along with the cold wind, the blow of the wind, okay. Next para. I went back to the bazaar and sat down in the shelter of the clock tower. The clock showed midnight. I felt for the notes, they were damp from the rain. So what Hari Singh did, he went back to the bazaar, to the market area. He sat down in the shelter of the clock tower. Clock tower, you understand, in many places you may see, okay, a tower where the clocks are there to see the time. So there he took the shelter, okay, and it was the time showing the midnight. It was 12 o'clock midnight, and when he felt, he just checked the notes which he had kept in his pajama, tied with the string on his waist. So he found they were damp from the rain. The damp means wet. The notes also got wet due to rain, okay. So let's stop here, children, and let's continue in the next class. Till then, goodbye.